Thanks. Before we move on, I just want to say for the record that my concern about deaths in custody, and I understand, Chief Medical Officer Ballard, that, you know, once somebody is no longer in custody, then that's not your responsibility. And I get that. I guess what I'm thinking, what I want to make a point of is like this chart that you guys show about the deaths in custody. It's not capturing folks who may have sustained an injury while in custody and then die outside of custody. So they're not on this chart. And so I think that's the concern for me, and the concern for the public is how many deaths do we really have that are happening due to things that happen in DOC if they're dying once they get transferred to the hospital and they're no longer in DOC custody. But I also want to point out that sometimes it happens at the beginning as well. We had Ross Greenlee, 38 years old, was being booked at Anchorage Correctional Complex in June of 2024, asked to go to the hospital, and was told by the police that you'll get some medical treatment once you get in jail. But then, of course, he died while chained to the wall, waiting to get into jail. That's not a DOC death. That's not in custody because he never made it in custody. So I guess the question from that is, what's the policy about folks that are being booked who are asking for medical service? And also, again, like, where are we? I mean, it's really going back to Mr. Farmer. And so I can't not say that. I was like, when people die, not in custody, so they're not going to be reported, they're not going to be on these sheets. Like, how do we know how many deaths we really have? Because to me, when you sustain an injury in prison and then die from it, that should be recorded.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and we're hearing your concern, and there are times, full transparency, where we don't know, and our staff are invested, and we're invested in knowing too, but because of the reasons that Dr. Ballard mentioned, is that sometimes we don't even know that those individuals have passed. And I'm not trying to make any excuses by any means with that, and your concerns have been heard, and that's something we can definitely take back and discuss with our team.